Here's another example for us to follow. We need to accept the truth. When the last two readings have been, we've been talking about the misconception that the tribes of Israel had with two and a half of the other tribes, Gad, Reuben, and the half tribe of Manasseh, as they have went home on the east side of the Jordan River. Now the other tribes confront them and say, "Why did you build this big altar?" And Gad, Reuben, and the half tribe of Manasseh says, "We did not build this altar to offer sacrifices unto God. We built this altar to remind us that our children are a part of Israel and that our children and your children are one." And so they clarify this. They say this altar is not one that we are forsaking God or rebelling against God and offering our own sacrifices. It's actually, we built it to be a witness between us and you, that we do perform the service of the Lord in his presence, which would be at Shiloh in the at the tabernacle set up there at the altar there. So they're saying this is supposed to remind us all that we are to go to Shiloh or wherever the altar is of the Lord, because we know it doesn't stay in Shiloh, and that we go there to present our burnt offerings and our sacrifices and our peace offerings in the presence of the Lord at the tabernacle. We've done this so that your children will not say to our children, "You have no portion in the Lord." We want to worship right. And so this symbol and this witness is to remind our children to continually offer sacrifices at the true altar in Shiloh, because in the future we will say, if it should be said to us and to our descendants, "You have no part in coming over here and offering sacrifices to the God of Israel at his altar." What the folks on the other side of the Jordan River will say, they'll say, "Behold, look, there's a copy of the altar of the Lord right there. It's bigger than the actual altar is, but it is a witness that our people are a part of your people. We are not separate. We are one, and we worship the same God." And then they reiterate, "Far be it from us that we should rebel against the Lord. No, we want to worship and be united to him. We don't want to turn away this day from following the Lord by building an altar for burnt offering, grain offering, or sacrifice, other than the altar of the Lord our God that stands before his tabernacle." That's the only place we're going to altar. And if we that is the only place where we will offer sacrifices, is the proper altar. And if we were building another altar today, then that would be to our shame. So when Phinehas, the son of the high priest, heard this, and he would be the future high priest, it was good in their eyes. They said, "This is good," because they were willing to accept the truth. Remember, they were already set to have war against their brothers, but they said, "No, this is good in our eyes." The explanation makes sense, and they will be spared. So he says, "Today we know that the Lord is in our midst, because you have not committed this breach of faith against the Lord. Now you have delivered the people of Israel from the hand of God. Yes, indeed, you have not sinned." They go back on the other side. They tell the rest of the tribes, and we have that same phrase again. The report was good in their eyes. May you and I always be willing to look and to accept the truth, that with our miscommunications, that we can understand what it is, what is the truth underlying the things that is trying to be communicated, and not see relationships splintered, and not see good worship and good wholesome unity happening in our church because of miscommunications. The report was good in their eyes, and they accepted the truth and understood what they were trying to do. I pray that's been a blessing to you, and I'll see you in the next video.